Inglorious Basterds is a 2009 war film. The idea was in the making for 11 years before it was released. The budget was $70 million and it box office around $320 million. Critical reception was mainly positive, however due to the film's controversial manner there was a fair share of negativity. The film is directed by Quentin Tarantino. Notable things about Tarantino are the violent nature of his films, with this film including scalping and baseball bat beatings, as well as previous films such as Pulp Fiction including things such as someone having his head blown off. This is similar to the conventions of hobo with a shotgun. However, Inglorious Basterds seems to be a better film, perhaps because there are long sequences of dialogue to add substance, and there are not pointless or random deaths, but necessary deaths. He also often uses a non-linear style, such as films like Pulp Fiction, where the story is not shown in order. Features of this are also shown in Kill Bill, where there are seemingly random use of anime, despite the film primarily using human actors, and in Inglorious Basterds certain scenes like this happen. For example, when the German film industry leader is introduced, it cuts to a random sex scene, which seems to add nothing to the story. Use of animations are used in the films like earlier mentioned in Kill Bill. For example, in Pulp Fiction, when Uma Thurman says, "Don't be her," she then draws a square with her fingers and a square appears on the screen, whereas Inglorious Basterds uses annotations to show who people are, which is an abstract feature. Tarantino often uses references through his films from other films that he enjoys. One way he does this is through music. Tarantino has stated to the press that his favourite film is The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, which is an Italian spaghetti western. In the soundtrack to Inglorious Basterds, he uses songs from the film The Big Gundan, which is also an Italian spaghetti western film. Despite Inglorious Basterds being a film about war and not a spaghetti western, it shows how he is giving homage to things he enjoys and rather than using standard conventions, decides to just put things in there that he likes, which could be seen as postmodernism, as it is taking music from other things and making it into something that is seen as abstract and unique. Similar to this is font. The majority of fonts used throughout Inglorious Basterds are similar to those used in spaghetti western films. Fonts are similar to that in The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, and Tarantino does this throughout his films, with Pulp Fiction and Jackie Brown using similar fonts. This suggests postmodernism in the same way as the music, as there is nothing unique about the fonts being used in Inglorious Basterds, but the context of the film makes them original and different. Other notable things are the fact that Tarantino cameos in his own films, including Inglorious Basterds, where he appears as a scout German in a Nation's Pride feature, and his hands are used in POV shots of Bridget strangling. This could be homage to certain directors such as Hitchcock, or also Rob Rodriguez, who has made films with Tarantino. One thing all three of these directors also do is use actors repetitively in their movies. Tarantino regularly invites Samuel L. Jackson to act in films, whereas Rodriguez often uses Antonio Banderas and others.